last purchases are made, and one by one the shops close down for the night.
Oh well, just closed up.
Start stuffing your face with those. Dinner'll be ready in a couple of minutes.
The last meals are served in the milk bars, snack bars, restaurants and coffee stalls. But during the night, by lorry and train, come new supplies from the farms, the market gardens and the ports. All this produce goes to the great markets of London. Inner London itself is well provided with goods stations which handle food for the market. Of these, the most important are Bishopsgate, Bricklayers Arms, Nine Elms, St Pancras, and Paddington. At these goods depots, to avoid the risk of fire, the locomotives are uncoupled and the wagons pulled in by cable and winch. This train has brought Brussels sprouts and tomatoes from the Vale of Evesham. Food now goes out to wholesale merchants at London's central markets. The most important are Borough Market, Covent Garden, Smithfield, Spitalfield, and Billingsgate. Let's look in particular at Covent Garden. Here traffic is a big problem and the lorries have to park where they can. Sometimes it may be streets away from the market proper, but this one, arriving before midnight, has found a vacant position near the Charter Market. Porters take the boxes into the covered parts of the market. Some of them go to storerooms, and the rest are put on display by the wholesale merchant who sells to the local greengrocer.
$177, Vest Cup 5, W36, small white 6, ditto. W36, small white 6, 177, Vest Cup 5, 126, small white cup 3, W36.
Those two men were checking the different kinds of mushrooms. Here, mushrooms are displayed beside lettuce and apples. Radishes and runner beans, black and white grapes, all mushrooms are stacked. The display is at last ready, and one by one buyers arrive and commence their bargaining slot. Here's a buyer looking for mushrooms.
What large cups have you got? They'll do. How much are they? No, I can't give you that. I'll give you 5 shillings for that parcel. What about it? So we'll make up your mind if you want to take 5 off. No, I won't give any more than 5. Take 5 if you like, otherwise I won't have them. I'll give you another slot just to have a trade. I'll take them off, whatever there are of them. How many of them are there? 13 by 6. 13 by 6, right. Then those grapes good all over there.
How much is 16? How much is 15, Jim? How much is 15?
More buyers arrive and the market begins to get crowded. Though wholesalers buy outright and resell, they also act as agents by finding purchasers for growers and taking a percentage on the transaction. About 500,000 tons of produce pass through Covent Garden in a year, and about half as much again is sold by wholesalers in surrounding streets. As night merges into day, marketing reaches its peak. When the local greengrocers have bought the fruit and vegetables, they hire porters to take the produce to their lorries waiting in the side streets near the market. By the floral hall, some of the food starts its journey to the shops. Originally built as a ballroom, the floral hall, in spite of its name, sells fruit from abroad. Covent Garden is not only the distributing centre for homegrown produce, but also sells fruit, and to some extent vegetables imported from the Empire and foreign countries. It is, in fact, a major fruit market for the whole of Great Britain. As a market, Covent Garden has many problems, and perhaps the greatest is the organization of its traffic. Like Covent Garden, it too deals in fruit, flowers and vegetables. Even eyes among the buggies, except perhaps during the busy time.
Come behind. Back away.
Spitalfields Market has refrigeration plant so that fruit, like these Italian peaches, can be stored until required. Fruit from abroad usually comes into the docks of the Port of London. Ships with foreign meat likewise berth at the various docks. The meat is generally taken first to the dock's own coal stores. And is finally loaded onto lorries and with other foodstuffs goes to the market. The fruit goes to Spitalfields, Covent Garden and Borough Market. The meat to Smithfield, the largest meat market in the world. Smithfield today does not handle as much meat as before the war, but over 5,000 tons have been received, sold and dispatched in one day. Some of the meat, mostly that from Ireland, comes by train from Birkenhead and arrives at its railway depot underneath the market. It's taken aloft to be weighed and hung, and later is allocated to the butcher. In addition to its markets for vegetables, fruit and meat, London has a famous fish market. This is at Billingsgate, and its history of trading goes back over 1,000 years. The only fish market in London, it handles on an average 600 tons of fish of all sorts per day, and feeds 10 to 12 million people. The fish porters wear a special hat to protect their heads.
What have you got, Nanny?
Right, Johnny, it's very, very short today. You ready?
Yes, ready.
1/6 of plate,
Yes,
1/6 of sole,
yes,
5/7 of herring,
yes,
4/7 of sweat,
yes.
1/6 of donkey mackerel.
What are we going to do with him?
Sell them, Johnny.
Sell them? Yeah, one for selling, they do.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes. Good morning, Eddie. How are you? What's cooking for morning?
By phone, the wholesaler learns what fish is coming into the port and decides what to order.
Cod, bullets and cold fish, and we've got your time up there. Away you go. Uxbridge Fisheries, George. Right. 5 Elphick wings. 5 wings on the bed. Yeah, that's right out there. 2 Elphick plates. 2 soft soles. Yes, they're posh, right?
Part of each consignment of fish is put on display in the market, while the rest is kept on the railway lorries outside.
Fish your tickets, right, mate? You'll have to eat up someone. Don't be long.
When the porters have been told to which shopkeepers' vans to take the fish, the boxes are collected from the railway lorries.
I'll better give you a free rat here.
Dotted about, parked in favourite spots, the retailers' lorries await the porters with the morning's fish.
I don't want to hit the jet.
Ready at last, the fishmonger's lorry leaves for the shop and arrives about mid-morning from Billingsgate. The meat arrives from Smithfield. In addition to its shop, London has many colourful barrow markets. So the shops are supplied and London is fed from the famous markets of Covent Garden, Spitalfields, Borough and Billingsgate. Thus the food reaching London by night